last night when we were having dinner, you started to feel really anxious and you started to have your panic attack because of uncertainty over the future. And I told you in that moment, your brain, your mind, your subconscious is trying to trick you into using food to calm yourself down. The 7.2 pound weight loss, which you experienced a couple weeks ago, was our highest viewed episode by far. If anyone hasn't seen it, please click on the link. You'll see it above. Watch it now. It really outlines the way that this man has kicked it into high gear when it comes to weight loss. You need to remember he's a lifelong food addict, having very difficult time getting on track for weight loss his entire life. And he's achieving the best results ever. We started, this is week 42. He's down 45.2 pounds, but he's kicked it into high gear. That video I just mentioned, it was 7 pounds and 7.2 pounds to be exact in 7 days, that you became very emotional over. And the follow-up to that is this week. Normally you weigh in every 7 days, but we haven't been able to record on the normal schedule. So we actually have 2 weigh-ins to report this week. The 7.2 pound weight loss was followed by a 5.4 pound weight loss. That was 1 week later. So you did an incredible job at following up on the 7.2 with a 5.4 pound weight loss, which is amazing for a 1 week time frame. And then 11 days later, because you didn't have an opportunity to weigh in on the normal 7-day time frame, you lost 3.4 pounds. You were doing a lot of traveling during that time, and that 3.4 pound weight loss was very good considering how unstable your life was. So you had a 5.4 and a 3.4 pound weight loss. So you had the big 7.2 pound weight loss week, followed by a 5.4 weight loss week, and then 11 days later, 3.4 pounds, which, by the way, makes it 309.4, which is officially out of the 310s and 11s and 12s and 13s and 14s. Every decade that you lose weight from the 350s, you start at 354, 354.6 is where you began this journey. And you're now 309.4. So you have lost every 10 pounds that you lose from the 350s, 40s, 30s, 20s. It feels like such a milestone for you because, you know, in your mind, every 10 pound increment to you is like just a totally new level of weight loss. And you feel like a new human being every 10 pounds that you burn away.
Exactly
you look
right.
better. You can literally notice every 10 pound increment. It's very obvious. It's obvious to me. I've been pointing it out to you, and other people are telling you how they see it. And now at 309.4, we're less than 10 pounds away from the first major goal that you've been talking about with me for forever, it seems, to be under 300 pounds. You're literally under 10 pounds away from that goal. And when you stepped on the scale and saw the 309.4, I was with you're with me right now. You're in my house currently. So I actually got to see you after the weigh-in, right after the weigh-in, and you were very happy. Let's just put it that way. I can't even express how your emotions have been because they've been so positive when it comes to the direction everything is going. But 309.4 and being so close now to the twos, from being 309 now to 10 pounds away from 299.4. It's just an incredible achievement for you. It really is. And I'm very proud to be part of this journey. And I'm proud of everything you're doing to get here. So tell me, how does it feel to have lost 45.2 pounds thus far? And how does it feel to be so close to being out of the 300s forever?
Both of those are amazing. Yeah, I mean, 45 pounds is an accomplishment in itself, but I see more ahead. So, I think, I'm more starting to see it myself. I've had compliments like you mentioned. I've had people tell me, that they're noticing big difference. People that haven't seen me for a while are saying things, which is great. The feedback's amazing, very reinforcing. You've been telling me all the way through, so that fuels the motivation. The motivation in the last couple of weeks, seeing the scale change dramatically, fuels the motivation to new levels every week. It's getting stronger. I mean, far stronger than when I started. And so my focus is at, the highest level I feel like it's been at. And so I think I'm more, when you say these things and you bring it up, like I'm fired up, but at the same time, I'm really focused on the future. I'm already focused on tomorrow. Like I did what I needed to do today. I'm going to do what I need to do tomorrow. It's just one day at a time. I'm increasingly able to gain that perspective. There's not, I can't say that it's 100% there where it needs to be in that regard, but it's definitely, I've adopted that so much stronger than I ever would have before, or ever could have seen before. And it's showing up in the results, man. And it translates to other aspects of life too. It's just, I literally feel like from the inside out, I am a different person. I am becoming my best self through this process. It's changing me as a person. And at the end of this, weight loss journey, I'm going to be a different person, man. I'm going to be my best self. And I'm going to always be in a more diligent pursuit of finding my best self, but it won't be long before I'm the best self that I've ever been. And in every aspect of life. So it's amazing to see how the focus started on the weight loss exclusively, but it really has, with your help and our maker's help, and it's become much more. It's become much more than the weight loss, but that's a big part of it, and I'm really excited about the results. I want more. I mean, it's like to the point where, we were just in the store an hour ago, and we're passing by all kinds of things that would have normally got my attention, and I'm just laughing at it like it's no big deal, because I'm laser focused to the point where I know it's either a day where I'm designated to go have fun and I'm going to let loose, or it's a day where I'm laser focused on staying on track. And this is one of those staying on track days, and it's not even hard. It's not even hard right now. I would not use that word to describe what used to be unthinkably difficult, unimaginably challenging. Like this all seemed insurmountable, and now it's become a part of me. It's become a part of my regular routine. I've traded in terrible habits and changed the whole script on like how I even view those habits. I'm disgusted by what I did. I can't believe I'm saying that, because you've helped me face it, and I've grown up in the process, man. I've literally I've turned from a kid into a man, like through this process. I was a boy trapped in a 49-year-old body, man. I was a boy walking through life with blinders on, and you helped me wake up. And now I'm like facing life. I'm facing everything, and it's not all easy and peaches and cream, but through this whole process, I'm a different person, and I'm a better person. I'm a stronger person every day. I'm a more disciplined person in every aspect of life. And, I was fooling myself for so long in so many ways. And it's amazing when I wake up to the reality that, I've been fooling myself this much. And I was a kid, and I snapped my fingers one day. I just realized, dang, I'm a grown up dude. And like, you know what I mean? Like there's grown up life is in front of me, but I had the mental, I guess, maturity, you might know better way to put it, the mental maturity of a 10-year-old kid. And now, like, I'm handling it. I'm facing it head on, and I'm overcoming things that I would have, before, at the beginning of this journey, even during stages of this journey, I had questions whether I would ever overcome. And now there's no question. There's no question. I know we're going to get where I want to go. I know it. And I know when we get there, it's going to stay there. I know this. It's not even a think it. I mean, it's like, so like in that regard, I almost feel like I already won. Like it's just a matter of time. It's literally just a matter of time. I just need the time. I can't, my body won't let me drop 20 pounds this week, right? There's limit to how much progress that can be made legitimately in a given time. But the structure that you've provided, the weekly weigh-ins, the check-ins and the processing, I feel like if we go back and look at all this stuff every week, almost every week, there's been something gained, like a learning experience, the wins and the losses, the gains and the losses of weight. Every week, I feel like something has, like a lesson has been taken from it, and it's real life. I'm learning these lessons through this, and they're staying with me. And I'm like, it's forced me in a lot of ways, and through other experiences too. Like I've, pretty profound experiences recently, and even, those profound experiences that have been very challenging in life. I would have used food in the past to drown myself and forget about all that or push it away. And now you're showing me how to face it. Like the most challenging time of my life, literally the most challenging time of my life, I can sit here with a smile on my face and joy in my heart and tell you it's going to be good. And I give God the glory, and I give you credit for being the one who brings him this close to me and me this close to him. Like, and it's just like, it's undeniable. There's nothing that's going to stop this progress. I'm rolling.
The only one who can stop the progress is you.
Yeah.
And it's all a choice. Every bit of it's a choice. You chose to come on this show and work with me. You chose because I cared about you and I wanted to see you lose weight, so that way I didn't lose you at 50 years of age to a heart attack. That's why I wanted to do this. I wanted to do this because I saw the trajectory. It's obvious to anybody. If you're 350 pounds, the chances of you dying in your 50s is very high. That's not good. And I care about you way too much to let that happen. But ultimately, I don't have a choice in that. You do. So you agreed to come on, and you started this whole process 1 week at a time. And the basis of it was you weigh in every week. And by weighing in every week, you get to see the accumulation of what you did the week prior. So you've been weighing yourself weekly, almost every week. I mean, there have been some logistical issues where a couple times I've had to delay the weigh-in for a week, but it's been virtually every week. And every week, you have to face that number. So you had to find a way to make it work. Like, you're either going to show up here going from 350 to 400, or you're going to go from 350 to 299. One way or another, it's ultimately based on what you do each and every week. So every week you show up, every week you weigh yourself. We talk about what happened the week prior, and there have been more good weeks than bad weeks, way more good weeks than bad weeks, and recently some amazing weeks. And all of that has been based on what it is you did that week. Yep. And the stricter you got, the faster you lost weight. The looser you got, the slower you lost weight. If you took your eye off the ball the whole week, you gained weight. It's very simple. I mean, the process is very easy, but the hard part is, how do I get myself in a frame of mind to actually stay consistent most of the time? How do you do that? It's a choice. And how does that choice become the choice that you make more often than not? By doing it over and over and over again, by doing it repeatedly. You've been doing it long enough now, or week 42, that you started to build new habits. Every week, you had to try to make it work so that the number could go down. You'll learn things during each and every one of those weeks. You learn ways to be able to manage the diet so that way it was enjoyable. You still had some fun, but you achieved results at the end of the week. You kept doing this over and over and over again for 42 weeks. And as you continued to do it, you saw the results, and you saw that I can actually do this. Like, I can actually make this work. I can make it work. You can make it work. You're the one who's making it work. I sit here and I watch. I sit here and I counsel, I guide, I give wisdom, but you're executing. And without the execution, you can go out and try and find as much material as you want on weight loss, and it's not going to get you anywhere, because you got to execute the game plan. And you've been executing every single week. And the fact that we get together and you have to have an accountability for what you do that week with the weigh-in and with the discussion has kept you on task. And eventually, as the weeks went by, you started to retrain your brain to think differently, because you saw results, you liked the results, you saw what it took to get the results, you saw that it wasn't nearly as daunting as it seemed when you started. And ultimately, you keep going down that path because the results are too good for you to relinquish. I don't want to give up. The couple times many weeks ago, when you got sidetracked for a bit and gained back 10 pounds, you were going through a really rough time. It just hit you out of nowhere. You got sidetracked and you gained about 10 pounds. You stopped yourself. You said, whoa, it's getting out of hand. And what did you do? You started to lose weight again, and you kept losing weight. And then you lost more than what you lost before. And then you set an all-time low and kept reducing from there. So you were able, because of all the weeks prior where you had achieved some excellent progress and you were feeling how good it felt to be in control of the way that you look, of your health, the way you feel, you went ahead then and internalized that and said, I want more of this. Like, I don't want to let this go. And that helped you to stay more aware of what it is that you were doing. You had to, if you're going to show up here. If you would have walked away and decided, I'm giving this up, I'm not going to meet with him anymore, I'm done, you would be 350 again or higher, likely. So what did you do instead? You kept showing up. So by showing up, you had to face it. Most people are making mistakes in their life that they don't even think about, that doesn't cross their mind, because they don't face the truth. They cover it up in their own head. They don't have to deal with it. If you don't step on the scale, you don't have to know how much you weigh. If you don't step on the scale and you don't know how much you weigh, I can get away with anything, because it doesn't, I don't know. And what I don't know is not going to hurt me, right?
Yes,
I made
absolutely.
you come here every single week and step on that scale. And every single week that you stepped on that, you made the choice to do it. That's what I wanted you to do. You made the choice to show up and do it every single week. And by doing that, you had to face it every week.
Right.
You had to face you. You weren't facing the scale. You were facing you. You were looking in the mirror every single week, and you saw what you did for the past 7 days. It was staring you in the face. If the number was better, you pat yourself on the back and say, I did great. If the number's not good, I did bad. I have to face that. I have to face that next week. I have to try to make up for that. I got to do good. And by doing this every week, by facing reality every 7 days, you were conditioning yourself to think differently and to start feeling differently about weight loss and about not only weight loss, but other aspects of your life. Facing reality is the number one pitfall that people have. They just hide themselves from the truth. And if you hide yourself from the truth, whether it's debt, whether any addiction, you just hide it, you don't deal with it, and you can easily just continue down the wrong path. When you start to actually face it, that's when you start turning the corner and changing your entire life. And you've been facing it every week. And by facing it every week, you're at 309.4 from 354. You're down 45.2 pounds.
This week in particular, I've overcome some real personal challenges in a lot of ways and really, really grown. I mean, I thought I had belief in God. I've always felt, I love God. I trust God. But I mean, I grew grew exponentially closer to God this week. And this is a part of that. This is a part of that, man. Like, this has given me a different level of resiliency than I knew was even possible. I'm learning things that are possible through this process. This began the process of my whole, I'm going to call it a life change. My whole life is changing for the better. I'm transforming my life, inside out. It's starting really on the inside, and it's going to reflect itself on the outside, but there's much deeper meaning to it. And like, I'm loving I'm seeing now myself because of it. I'm actually probably seeing even the outside, which I would have tuned out to some degree. I was like sleepwalking through life, literally sleepwalking through life for all these years because of things that you helped me get in touch with in my past that I had no concept were an issue in my mind or my heart or anywhere. And now, like, facing it, I feel like I've overcome most of that battle, if not all of it, because I've faced it. I've had to go through, some challenges. I've had some emotions to deal with. I've had some anxiety that is very uncharacteristic, but probably you pointed out. Like, I would normally protect myself from those feelings by using food. And now, I mean, we had dinner like, a couple nights ago or a night ago, and like, we have dinner and I started to have a little bit of an anxiety attack. And, you're showing me techniques, the nostril thing you showed me, like one nostril at a time, breathing in. And then, inhale deep and exhale deep with one nostril. That was a miracle. I don't know but everything you have pointed me towards has really just led one thing to another. I'm gaining perspective and I'm learning habits, and my body is adapting. It's like the whole thing is happening together, and it's inside out. It's the whole deal. I'm going to be the best I can be, literally, through this. Like, this started it, but there's so much deeper meaning to all of it. And I'm just blessed, man. And it's brought me closer to you, which we were already brothers, and much closer to God. Like, it's just such a blessing, man. I want this for everybody. I want everybody to experience what I'm experiencing. Anybody, I feel like, everybody probably has something that's numbing them, right? That we're using addiction of some sort. There's so many different addictions that people are afflicted with. And mine happen to be food. But I mean, you've already mentioned a bunch of them already. That some people shop, right, too much, or they, drink, or whatever it is. Like, how many people have something, right? But this really affects everybody. And if you get to the core issue and you hit it head on, there's some pain to go through that I've had to experience. It's probably like that, I'm guessing, for most. But like, once I really feel like this week I got over a big hump, and it was hard. It was hard because there's like a actual physiological effect on me, like where my body is impacted and I'm having stress that I never had show up in the form of anxiety I would have never ever thought I was even capable of having. But I was capable of protecting myself. That's all it was. It was fake. It was just numb yourself. And when I numb myself, I was numb to everything, man. I couldn't even, like, when I looked you in the eyes before, I was like at 75% understanding. Like I've always said, like, I had like a bad memory, or I have attention issues. And those two things may still be true, but there's no question it's a different deal than what it is now. When I look you in the eyes, I can focus much more. I can hear what you're saying differently. You've got me dialed in, and it's because I'm facing the demons, man. Like, I'm faced the demons. I'm overcoming that, and like head on. I'm not afraid of anything. Like, it's just beat it. And part of beating it is manifesting itself in the weight loss, dude. It's a miracle. It's a miracle, dude. I'm so blessed. I want everybody that's struggling with anything, I want to help them. Yeah, I hope this reaches people, man. It's a blessing, and you're a blessing. You know, I've told you that a million times. I'm going to keep telling you, you're a blessing, dude. You're one of a kind.
I'm so proud of you, man.
Thank you.
Everybody who's watching this, please subscribe to the channel. I know most people that watch videos don't subscribe. Please subscribe. Not only does it help us, but ultimately, you're going to be hearing a lot more about Jeff's life in future videos, and it can be life-changing for you to hear what he's gone through, to hear where he's been, and where he's going, and where he's at now. This weight loss journey of ours has led to so much more. And he's becoming a totally different person. Always had a good heart, always had humility. Deep down, I knew that he was such a good person, which is why I've known each other over 30 years and had such a close friendship. So I was never in doubt of what his heart truly was. But there was a calloused level of sleepwalking through life, a layer of pride over top that he's been contending with and has just become aware of with us working together. And we're going to talk about that in future videos. So please subscribe, and you can all hear the story, which is inspirational, not only to everyone who's going to hear it, but inspirational to me, just because I'm living it. I'm actually seeing it before my very eyes. And I know him better than he knows himself. I think he'll agree to that. And
there's a couple people that know me better than myself. I used to joke about that with you and my wife.
Yeah.
That y'all know me better than I know myself. And I thought it was funny. But it's true. And like, now I understand what that really means. And it's like, I mean, I'm getting to know myself through this, and I'm getting to know myself, the good and the bad. And because I'm actually facing it, really, actually, honestly, guard down, open heart, facing it, I'm making it better. And it's like, that part is the easy part. It's just waking up, and like the whole process of just opening your eyes to it, opening your heart, letting the guard down, facing it. And then once you do, and I've got your support, bless you, like, now you know. Once you know, it's move forward. Like, I know. I didn't literally know all the things, the destructive behaviors in my life. I have a repeated history of accumulating great amounts of debt. Like, that's done. In this process, and what you've helped me become aware of, that's gone. Like, I'm never going to do that again. I can say with 100% certainty, like, that will never happen again. You've got, like, I've had some significant life events that have played a role in this too. But like, this process, man, this change is all for the good. All the pain, anything that I've been through in this is all leading to an unbelievably good place. I'm not there yet, but I know where it's going is beautiful, man. And I'm so excited to see, like, one day we're going to laugh at this when we look back, dude, because it's like, I already feel joy because of where I know it's going, and I know where it's going, dude. Like I've got habits, I've got skills that I didn't have, I've got relationship that I didn't have, and like I'm empowered. I know myself better every day, right? Like 2 weeks ago, I literally don't know me like I know myself now. I know me, and I didn't love me, and I didn't even know that. I thought, I mean, I carry around like a decent bravado, I guess, right? Like I walk through life thinking I'm good. I'm confident. I'm good, right? Like everything's good. Like no worries. But why was I not worried? Because I ignored. I blocked out everything that was unpleasant. And now I'm awake. I'm focused, good or bad. I'm focused. And I love the good. I probably enjoy the good better than I did before even. I always enjoyed the good, but like I think I like it, I appreciate it even more. And the bad, it happens, but you just deal with it, man. You just focus and you deal with it. I deal with it different now. I'm a different person, dude. Like I guess this is what it looks like when you grow up. And like I was a boy, man. A couple weeks ago, I was a boy. Now I'm a man. Like if that's what it is, that's what it is. Like I hate to say that. It's embarrassing to say that in the world. I was a 49-year-old boy, man. And now I'm facing everything. And it maybe took my low point in life and getting my heaviest, that probably reflected my lowest points, right? Like, but it woke me up. Whatever it was, he got me to wake up. You helped me. He brought you and me together again in a closer way than ever. And circumstances have led me to this point, and now I have to face it. And I'm facing it head on, and I'm equipped. Bless you. I'm equipped, and I'm going to win. I'm going to win. I'm in the hardest time of my life, and I'm going to win with more certainty than ever, dude. Like, it's good. We're going to be good. I'm going to win. Like, there's nothing I'm really needing to worry about. I might have a battle with anxiety here and there. You're even giving me tools to deal with that. Like, but I know this, like, I've had those anxiety, a couple of fits with that, 2 or 3. And recently, and I did not use food. Like, what? And like, even, like traveling as much as I have, that used to be like my biggest, and it probably, like you associated, in my childhood, that was a joyful thing that probably that will probably be a thing for me on some level. And we joked at first, kinda, or maybe I was joking and you weren't, but like that one day I told you like what I ate up here on the way up here, 8-hour drive. And what I had like 1,000 calories,
7,500 calories that day,
1,000 grams of carbs. Was it like that? I mean,
yes.
And like, so I mean, I'm just completely a pig, right? Like just gluttonous nastiness. And it was to tune out reality. And I wasn't even conscious of what I was doing it for. I thought I was just like a hungry dude in search of flavor, man. Like, it was more than that. You helped me get there to figure that out. And once you just figure it out, you can solve it. Like the healing starts immediately once you just wake up. I want everybody to wake up, dude. I know you do. Like, we've talked about this. Like, I want everybody to wake up. We can wake up, all of us. And when you wake up, there might be a little bit of pain. There might be a little bit of challenge. But like, the other side is already, even in the midst of the worst challenge I've ever faced, man, I know it's going to be good. The outcome is going to be good. I know he's in control more than I ever did, even in the midst of the hardest thing ever, man. It's going to be good. I have peace. I have peace right now. How can I do this? This would have never happened. I would have been in a diabetic coma right now. Dude, eating like, I don't know what. Literally, I would have ate till I fell asleep and then ate some more. Yeah. I mean, like, there's not enough pizzas in the world that would solve this problem. And I would have got a bigger belly every step of the way. And I'd have been more and more and more miserable. And now I'm more and more and more confident, more and more free. And it's just like, it's the polar opposite in the greatest way possible. You can do anything. If I can do this, anybody can do this. Like, I'm going to win. It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Last night when we were having dinner and you started to have your panic attack because of uncertainty over the future, you started to feel really anxious and you were trying to control your breathing and you started to have visible panic on your face. And you said, I think that my erratic schedule is working against me because I normally on the weekend, I loosen things up. And then on the weekdays, I get strict. That's the plan that I want to follow. And now at the time we were having this conversation, it was Friday night. So we're going into the weekend. And you're hinting to me like the weekend, cheating, it's right around the corner. It's literally starting now. And I told you in that moment, I said, do you know what's happening right now? And you said, what's that? I said, your brain, your mind, your subconscious is trying to trick you into using food to calm yourself down. The thing you've always used to calm yourself down is trying to trick you into thinking that, oh, the anxiety is because I'm off my schedule where on the weekend I would have my cheat food. So it happens to be we're having this conversation when? At the beginning of the weekend. So what's the logical follow-up? So just cheat for the weekend and then that's what's going to turn off the alarms, right? We talked about that. You're like, I see that. I see it, but I didn't see it. Like I didn't see it for when I was saying it, but I see how insidious this is, how your brain, your addictive brain, your subconscious, because it works, because food works for you. So it knows using any technique necessary, get him to the food and it will calm him down. It'll make him feel safe. And your subconscious's number one goal is to keep you safe. It will keep you safe if you get the food. But what did you do? You did not do that. Instead, I said, try single nostril breathing because I learned of that from Healthy Gamer GG, a channel on YouTube, which everyone should subscribe to and watch. Dr. K, psychiatrist, very experienced in helping people. He deals with the gamer community and he really tries to help them to get their life on track. But just the day before, I'm listening to him talking about breathing through one nostril deep and then switching to the other nostril. I said, try that out because you should be able to calm your body down. And he did it. And you just were like, wow, like this works. Like I feel a lot better already. And guess what? We haven't talked one bit. It is now, as we're recording this, it is the next day. It is 24 hours later. You haven't mentioned one thing about cheating, about junk food, about carbs.
No.
Because you calmed yourself down using something other than food. And guess what? That's the breaking point, is when you find alternatives, because for your entire life, it's always the food. Go to the food, go to the food. And the other aspect of all this that everyone needs to be aware of is that in the past, what you would do is you would reach for the food before you ever felt anything. So you didn't feel anxiety because you got to the food before it ever happened. Your brain was so adept at not feeling anything negative that I'm going to grab the food and then I will feel nothing. And then I don't have to contend with anxiety, depression, nothing. Now that we've moved away from that, You're fearful of what your near future holds. So suddenly you get this panic attack. Well, normally there would have been no panic attack. You would have been eating ravenously before you ever felt any anxiety. But because you weren't doing that, you started to feel the anxiety. And then your brain's like, hey, it's the weekend's here. Eat, 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 eat. You can eat. You can cheat. This is the time to do it. And that would have been your way out, but you didn't do it. You
got me. You always say the conscious and the subconscious. You got me where my conscience knew better. Like I knew that food wasn't gonna solve it.
Right.
But you finished up and you helped me with the solving the breathing.
Understanding where it's coming from.
Yeah. Dude, it's unbelievable the breakthrough in this just short amount of time. It snapped in the right direction. It's just clicked in. And like, it's amazing. It's amazing. There's no turning back. And like, it's like scary. It's scary. Like that's part of the panic is like, I took the food away. I can't undo this. Like once you really wake up and you start to feel the stuff that I guess my body has been trying to protect me from, right? By eating, my addiction. Once you wake up, that's like part of the panic that's happened, right? Like I start to freak out. Oh my gosh, these problems that I have caused to my family. I've caused big problems to my wife, caused big problems as a result to my kids. It's embarrassing. It's shameful. Like this is like what I had to go through to deal with this and like to face it. But the skills you're giving me all the way through this are allowing me to actually confront it with enough confidence that has gotten me past the hurdle. The main hurdle, I think, is like just this last couple days. Like I knew that I didn't need food. I knew that food was not going to be the answer. And I verbalized that to you. I'm glad I shared that with you because all it was yesterday was heavy breathing. It could have been worse. I knew it could have got worse. I didn't know if I was going to throw up. I didn't know what was going to happen. You got me back on course with that technique. And it's been great since. Like, it could have been so much worse. I'm so grateful to have love in my life, know what love is, and have somebody pointing these things out. And everybody deserves this. Everybody needs it. I'm learning that I didn't really love myself. And like, what does that mean? Whenever I heard somebody talk about loving themselves, it sounded very selfish to me. Just, love yourself better. What does that mean? But like, you've in conversations recently, you've just helped me understand, like, start with just the simple taking care of yourself, man. The things you take for granted, the personal hygiene every day, the going for the walk that you're doing every day. Those are things that show you're loving to yourself, and they build on each other when you make it a consistent thing. The small things add up, and you just make it a consistent thing, an intentional thing. And I'm seeing more and more as I wake up in life, wake up, grow up, like I'm seeing these things, and it makes me like, I can't even undo this, what I've woken to, man. Like it's not even possible. Like if I wanted to use food right now to solve a problem, it wouldn't solve the problem. If I went out and got 10 pizzas and like a whole bunch of brownies right now, dude, like it, like literally on no level, not even one, would there be satisfaction in that I used to have. Like that would be like pure joy. What I thought was pure joy before, I'd be disgusted with myself right now if I did that. Like, because the awareness that I have gained, you can't undo. Like I'm here, I'm in this world. I woke up, I'm a grown up, and I'm here. Like, so what are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? facing it. It's not a comfortable time for me to wake up, but thank God I have you. And if you've got love, then cling to it, man. Hold on to it as tight as you can and treat it with the respect it deserves. And here we are, man. You're guiding me through this. You happen to be an absolute expert life coach, world class. I've worked with, over the course of my life, I've worked with 2 different psychologists in different capacities. I know what I know when it comes to that, and it's not even close. You blow their doors off, man, and like what you can do and what you have done. And you can help so many people, and I want you to, because, and I think like this experience, this whole thing can help people, man. Like, I'll never be the same. I'll never be the same. I literally cannot be the mess I was. At this point, I know too much. I woke up too much to do what I did. And I guess this is how people that are healthy live their life. And they grew up faster than I did. You know what I mean? Like, they've been doing better for longer. So it just took me a long time. And it's embarrassing, man, to put this out on the street, but it's true. Like, I was a kid until like a week ago, and now I'm grown up just like that. But it's been hard. It's been, there's been ups and downs this week, dude. And like the downs have been pretty dang, like about as bad as it gets, dude. Like, but like on the other side of it, even a week after that lowest low, I love myself more than ever. I consciously love myself more than ever. And I'm finding a new level of peace. And when I experience joy, it's at a different level. Like, and when things go well in the future, which I know they will, like, I couldn't have known that. I couldn't have known the joy. I couldn't felt the joy that I know is coming one day. Like, when it happens, I'm going to be overjoyed. And you can't even put in words into that. Like, I'm present in a different way, dude, than I ever have been present. I was literally not present through life for 49 years, dude. I was just like kind of absent, man. Like, I was here, I could talk to people, but I was in a different zone. Like, now I have kicked it into like a different zone, man. When I look at you in the eye, I'm hearing and I'm internalizing and I'm seeing, I'm listening. Like, people, this probably affects marriages the most, I bet. Like, husbands and wives, and like, you don't hear me, you don't listen. I'm trying to listen. I don't mean harm. And I always hung my hat on that, dude. I don't mean any harm. I literally didn't mean any harm, but I was selfish. I'm waking up to that, like, I was selfish. I was self-serving way too often. And that's not really what's deep in my heart, dude. Like, my heart is love. I love my wife. I love my family. Like, but like, my actions contradicted my heart, and I wasn't even aware of it, dude. And like, the food's a part of that, man. Like, the eating was exactly that. I actually, like, if you, like, when you told me at the beginning of this, like, like, you're risking your life, all this stuff, it didn't make a dang bit of sense to me, dude. Like, I heard you, but I didn't hear you. And then people say that, and like, yeah, what does that mean? Like, that's what I thought. And now I know what that means, dude. Like, I heard the words, but I didn't internalize it. It was just words right there. And now I hear it, and it's different. It's different. I feel it, and I understand it. And I know feelings are important. And all I was acting on was feelings. Everything was an emotional reaction. It's either good, enjoy, or not good, tune out and drown in something else that is enjoyable, right? And now, just deal with it, man. Just deal with it as it comes, one day at a time. And take the good, take the bad. But it's going to be okay either way. You need to find replacement mechanisms for the crap you're using all this time to tune the stuff out. But like, it's probably more, it's literally more destructive than the food addiction and the fat I gained that to tune out life. Like, I mean, like
and wife.
Huh?
And wife.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, relationships, the most important relationships in my life, dude. Like, I've hurt them, and I have to own it. I can't block this out. And I have love in my heart, dude. I have love in my heart. I show love to people on a regular basis, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't what my family deserved. It wasn't enough for them. And all I want to do now is make it better. And how am I going to make it better? I'm going to focus on fixing this broken soul, dude. And it's like, it's happening right now. It's literally in the midst of it happening. And just recognizing it and starting to turn the corner has got me on the, like, a high that I don't even remember having before. Because, like, yeah, you feel some pain and toughness sometimes that you try to protect yourself from. But like, your breathing technique helped me through it, right? Like that, it's that simple. And like, I don't need, nothing. Now I don't even want the box of pizza. I want the box of pizza if we're going to go celebrate something. I don't even want it for this anymore. It's like, that makes me sick to think about in that capacity. I literally want to save that for a time of celebration. And I don't need to overdo it. Like, everything has changed. My eyes are open on another level. I'm a different person, and I'm only going to get better every day from here on out. And I can't wait to see what that turns into, man. I'm like genuinely excited about every day moving forward and trying to focus one day at a time, because I know that's what's best now. It doesn't mean it's easy. There's still going to be challenges. I've got challenges ahead of me that are going to take my mind, and that was part of yesterday, that are going to take my mind into the future beyond what I need to be worrying about. But with the tools you're giving me, and like, I know it's something that will be overcome, and it's in his hands. He's with us. He's with me. You're with me. Yeah, I don't care about all the stuff anymore that I used to care about, dude. Like, I used to watch media that like just was destructive, man. Like, I'm intentionally tuning that out. There's stuff that I watch that I'll never watch again, dude. And like, I just don't like that. It's just like the food. Like, if it's not helping me, it's probably hurting me. So start over, basically. It's a start over, reset, start from scratch. Everything's a blank slate. What are you going to do? Start with love. Find your source of love, right? Your core source of love that's ride or die, and build from there. And course of, that's number one. He's number one. And then the people he's given you that show you that love, keep them close. Don't let them go. Don't let them go, please. Don't chase them away. Stop. Wake up before I did, and don't chase them away. And then, block everything else out and just look at everything. Look at your freaking phone, man. Like, Does that app help you? Does that help you right now to look at other people's stuff? I saw, you know, I hope we can share this at some point somehow. I shared with you, you know, like a couple of things. I on TikTok, I keep up with some Christian stuff, you know, and at one of my lowest points in the week, I was looking for messages, man. I was just looking for some kind of positive inspiration, and he sent it in the form of, 4 messages I shared with you on TikTok, right? And I'm blessed. I'm blessed to get those messages. I stayed dialed in. I'm attending to them. I'm listening to them. I'm hearing them. It's not just something I'm scrolling through and it looks good, whatever. Now that's not good enough. I'm dialed in, man. And I heard them and they touched me. They touched me deep in my heart, man. And I shared them with you, and I think they touched you. And like, I don't know how they wouldn't touch somebody, but I don't know what I might have felt a little something before, but I don't think I would have felt it like I do now. And like, I mean, these are things now they're bringing me to tears. Like I didn't like some life altering, life changing things in other people's lives that are testimonies that are undeniable. And it's empowering. It fills me with love. It fills me with joy. It fills me with tears. It fills me with all kinds of emotions, but like, he's with you all the way through. And like, if he's with you, nobody can be against you, dude. Nobody can win against you, man. But you got to let him be with you. You got to feel him with you. And in order to do that, you got to wake up. You got to really wake up. And it's amazing how fast it's happening. Like, I'm just waking up and I'm feeling more intense love from him than ever. That can't be a coincidence, dude. Like, I knew I loved him, right? I knew I trusted him. I knew he was the one all along. We've had spiritual conversations all the way through, but like, it's different now. It's different. And there's no turning back from all this stuff, man. Like, it's too good to turn away from. It is too good. Like, just like I thought that these terrible behaviors that I had were like, I thought they were too good to turn away from, right? And they were all destructive. It's the opposite. I realize how destructive they were, and they're too bad now. I see they're too bad to turn back to. So I'm deleting apps from my phone because they're negative. They have a negative effect on my heart. I'm stopping watching stuff on TV that I watched every night because it had a negative effect on my heart, dude. I don't need to worry about people arguing in politics. I don't need to worry about all this other stuff. Like, if it's not helping me, just bye. Remove, unplug from that, dude. Like, I want to challenge people who watch this. Start with one day, man. Start with one night, start with one day, whatever you can do, but think about it. Tune into your life, tune out of that mess, and reset, dude. If you could get to a weekend or week without that, or just like take the apps off or silence them, dude. Like, just silence it and like, just keep it bare basics. Love. Go back to the core, man. Love. And everything else, let it all. You'll either join this party of love or it's getting repelled. I don't have room for it, man. It's all just, you're either part of this or forget it. And I have no regret, man. Like, it's the feeling and the conviction is so strong on that, dude. Like, and some of those videos led me more powerfully to that. I have to give them credit, and I want to make sure I acknowledge them in due time. for the impact they had on me. They're profound. So all of this happening at once, and the skills you've equipped me with over the 42 weeks, is it? Like,
Yeah.
all of this combined, I'm different. I'm different forever. And it's only going better. I can say with 100% conviction, dude, it's only going to get better every week we check in from here on out. There's no turning back. Like that's the thing. Like, even a couple months ago, like I had ups and downs, and I really thought like, at one point, like, yeah, we're on the right track. And we were, generally speaking, we were on the right track. And like, even when I had setbacks, I battled back, because the resiliency and the skills you taught me and the things you got me in touch with, I gained 10 pounds, and then took a while, but I lost that back, which is a battle in itself, man. That was a win. And like any other time in life, that setback would have just set me all the way back more. So like every step of the way, it doesn't necessarily all happen at once, but like, man, just grind through it. And I'm here, and it's beautiful, dude. I'm happy. In the midst of hell right now, I'm happy, because we did this. I'm starting with this, and it's either going to be good and for me, or it's gone away from me. But like you've given me skills, and if I wasn't taking care of myself the way you've helped me take care of myself for the last 42 weeks, I don't want to think about it, man. I don't want to think about, would I be in a position to handle this the way I am? No, not a chance. Not a chance. It would be absolutely tragic. And so I'm not going to think about that anymore. I am going to tune that out. But like, for anybody who watches this, like, night and day, there's no more polar opposite than what it would have been and what it is.
You can't sleepwalk into weight gain if you weigh yourself every week.
Yeah.
It can't happen. You get to see it every single week. You know what direction that you're headed in. That was step one. And now we've accomplished a critical and pivotal step two late in the process over the past couple weeks. And that's starting to develop self-love, because if you love yourself, would I do this to myself? That's the question that needs to be asked by everybody. If I love myself, will I do this to myself? And then you look in the mirror and you say, there may be a problem there with deep down, psychologically deep down, with what I think about myself, whether I'm worth loving, whether I love myself, whether I feel that other people really love me. Ultimately, that will be the turning point towards making cutting out any addiction so much easier and realistic, is when that's addressed. And ultimately, just getting to this point, to where we're even talking about this, you had to first become aware, weekly awareness of where I'm headed with my weight, where I'm headed. I need to know that information. But then, with the struggles you've had throughout this process, now that we're addressing the self-love part, it's transforming every aspect of your life. So,
it is.
Everybody who's watching, subscribe, because we're going to make videos on the other aspects of Jeff's life that have been impacted by this, relationally, his childhood on up to where he's at now, and just getting this addressed, the element of self-love, getting that addressed, and awareness, and being aware of everything that's happening, and knowing why you weren't aware of what was happening in your life, why you kept wearing blinders, why you kept grabbing food instead of feeling the fact that you were missing the self-love.
It's unbelievable.
I mean, when you don't love yourself, you feel shame, and shame is painful. And what happens when the body's in pain. It looks for a way out. So to avoid feeling shame, I grab the food because the food prevents me from feeling that emotion. And it could be food, could be alcohol, could be sex, it could be gambling, it could be shopping, it could be anything, could be social media, could be anything that numbs those emotions or replaces those emotions with excitement. And people sleepwalk their way throughout life by doing that, by numbing themselves, by not feeling those emotions. And then they don't even know that they're there. So that once you're put in a position where
no clue,
the addiction is pushed aside, right? Food is no longer it's not playing the role that it played in your life because of this whole process that we've been on for the past 42 weeks. So once that's pushed aside, then you have to face reality, because those emotions are going to start coming up, the ones that you've been running from. And then why are they coming up? Why do I feel this way? What's causing all this? I never felt it before. Of course, you never felt it before. You're 350 pounds. You've been eating your way into numbness. And that was avoidance at its worst, right? So now that that's gone, now that you're controlling that part of it, you're starting, those emotions come up, and then we start talking about that. So everyone, please subscribe, because we're going to get into this in other episodes regarding the other aspects of Jeff's life and self-love and humility and going from a boy to a man in short order. There's so much of this to cover, and we'll be doing it going forward. So subscribe, come back here, and we'll be here every week with the weight loss. I mean, there's no doubt about it. We are on this train for good. Every single week we're showing up, and this is Jeff's road to 299. Okay, under 300 forever. We will see, dude. We'll see how far we are away. I don't feel like we're that far away.
It won't be long, dude.
It's not going to be long. Well, we're going to be back here next week. We're gonna talk about what the weight was on the next weigh-in, and this is going really well, and it's going really well, not just in terms of this one dimension, which is your physically, in terms of the way you look and in terms of your health and your body weight. It's going really well, that it's permeating so many other areas of your life.
Yes.
This was the catalyst behind so much else that we're working on when it comes to you, and the excitement and the enthusiasm that you see in Jeff is a result of everything else as well. And those other components all working together. So I'm very excited about talking over this with you, so that way other people can learn who are in a very similar situation that you're in. And that covers a very, very large number of people, because anybody dealing with an addiction is more than likely, there's not 100% to anything. I say there probably is 100% to this, but more than likely dealing with self-love issues about connection and thinking that you're worthy of love, self-esteem, those things that push somebody towards the addictions that make them feel what they're missing inside. And when you replace that with something that's fulfilling, when you replace that with the love of others and then develop a love for yourself, it transforms everything. And of course, God's a big part of our life. Not everyone who's watching this may believe in God, but regardless, God is number one for you and number one for me. So that's a driving force, no doubt. Yeah. I mean, the wisdom that you learn from Christianity, if you study it carefully, the characteristics that a person adopts to become their best self, it's all there. Like, you really can learn a lot from all of the qualities that are talked about, the virtue versus vice. But nonetheless, we're going to just get into what we've done together to be able to bring you to this point. So everybody, please stay tuned, subscribe.
So powerful, man. You're amazing.
Come back. I love you so much, man. I'm so proud of you. I love you. You're with me right now. You're going to stay with me for a little bit. So we are working on this one-on-one together, making an incredible amount of progress, more progress than anyone has any right to make in this length of time.
It's ridiculous.
But so I don't know if that's saying something about you, something about me, something about both of us, something about God was shining his miracle upon us, whatever it may be, really doesn't matter. Bottom line is it's happening, and we want to share it with everyone, because I would like nothing more, and I know you would like nothing more than for everything that you're experiencing in your life to motivate somebody else to follow down that same path. That's the most gratifying feeling that anybody with a heart can ever experience.
Please. Yes. If I can feel what I'm feeling right now in the hardest chapter of my life, anything's possible. And anybody who's watching this that's having a hard time or a great time can get better. It can get better. And this is the guy that can do it. He can get you there, man. Like, you can do this. It's unbelievable. I knew I loved you as a friend forever, as a brother, but like what you're doing with me right now, man, I can't even put into words. I'll never be able to repay. I'll never be able to thank you enough. I didn't know a week ago that I didn't love myself. And now every day I'm loving myself more and more. And like, so anybody who out there doesn't know if they love themselves, I just want you to know, like, love yourself. You are worthy. Like, I didn't know it a week ago, dude. I didn't know it a week ago. And now I'm better that quick. Like, it can happen. I was wondering, how long does it take to start loving yourself? Like, put some effort in. It takes some effort. This guy got me here that quick. I hope you'll let him. Like, let the positive in. Let the love in. Stop the negative. Stop it. Get it out.
I love you, brother.
I love you so much, dude.
Look forward to next week. Look forward to all the videos we're going to do together. And everybody, please subscribe, because you're going to want to see this. It's going to be good. Love you, man.
Love you.